are good. We are ready. Ah, Malaco. I want to say thanks, man. Normally by the time I've just done the settings and it's so early into the stream, no one's actually here, so it's quite refreshing to have a hello. How you doing, man? Do you like my new shelves? 1 cardboard box, 5 shelves. 5 shelves, there we go. Not too shabby. Bit of sellotape, bit of blue tack. Got myself some shelves. Let's just move some of these paints. I've realised with this painting streaming lark that having the right paints accessible when you're doing something is kind of important. There's been a few times now where I've been trying to look for a paint to do something specific and I've just not found it. So, in an effort to do that, yeah, it's appreciated. If you really want to help me out, Malaco, you can hit the like for me and get me off that starting block. That 0 to 1 is harsh. Yeah, I'd like to get past that one. If you could do that for me, that would be really appreciated. And then let's have a little bit of convo. Saturday night, in fact. A little bit of conversation would be great. I was super keen for some conversation, but I made a mistake yesterday of coming on expecting conversation, and you shouldn't think that way. It's like if conversation happens, it's good. But I'm just saying, thanks, man. Yeah, they cost me a little bit of tape, a little bit of blue tack. Thank you also for getting me off 0, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, so let's put on. Well, I guess we should put on this. So tell me, how are you doing, man? Whilst you're doing that, I'm just going to get warmed up and paint some bases. I've just sat down and I don't have scissors. Okay, so if we end up doing stripes... Oh, they're just over there, though. Shit, I'm going to have to go get them. I'm going to go get them. Yeah. So the streaming jitters haven't disappeared completely. Pick up... Oh, you got Nagash! That's a hell of a model. That is an ambitious paint job right there. He's an extremely complicated looking model. Extremely complicated. But I don't think I could ever pull off painting him. I think he's too bendy breaky. Yeah, and I think with Nagash it's possible that bits could easily be missing. So yeah, check that thing over. $52, that's good for Nagash, man. That's a bargain. Sometimes second hand really works out for you. Sometimes it can really pay off. And if not, you can. What you can get is you can get those ghosty bits from the Sigmar sets. Really accessible, like they're really accessible. I'm sure you could use some ghosty bits to bridge the gaps. But yeah, I mean, you roll the dice on second hand, especially if you haven't built them yourselves. But you got to remove the primer as well. So Biostrip, is that what you rock? I hear Biostrip is the one to go with, frankly. Can't say I've ever used it myself. I've not had much... I've had mixed success, shall I say, stripping models. I haven't melted anything, but I also at the same time haven't stripped something that's been soaking for a while. Oh yeah, acetone will melt plastic. Acetone apparently melts plastic dead. So yeah, apparently that's the case. So you might want to test that. Like check first. Hey, Doc. Yeah, man, it's been a busy day. I had to go to a kid's birthday party. It sucked. The kids had fun, which is the main thing. But for me, yeah, there was nothing. There was nothing for me, and I'm a pretty little princess, you know. I needed something out of it, but I didn't. A bit of rather bad cake. That was about the extent of it. Oh yeah, tell me about it. Yep, yeah. Checking crappy pictures. Oh, it's a pain. Absolute pain. I feel ya. But just remind yourself, it's a bargain. It's a bargain. Um, Dark. It's really happy. It makes me really happy to see it being built. Like you're already on it. Like it's really nice. Very enjoyable seeing it getting built. I have one of those myself. Whoa. Okay. Well, first things first. I need to figure out what I know about Spearhead, and that is what. The first things first, right? The Spearhead boxes are like you play with what you get in the box, right? So, I guess I'd have to decide on one, preferably two Spearheads, or I'd have to figure out if Scaventide are the forces in the Scaventide box. Are they Spearhead forces? I'd have to find that out, right? So first I need two opposing armies, right? Then I'd have to ascertain if Scaventide is like Stormcast versus Skaven Spearhead size armies. And if not, I then have to... They are. Okay, so that would probably... Scaventide would probably be my first bet then. And I know that I figured out how I could like Stormcast, right? Is that I'll just paint them and assemble them without their heads. And they can just be like armor fighting, headless armor, because then I don't have to worry about the devs' heads that I don't like. And then if I ever get heads in the future that I like, I can just add them. So I think I would paint them without their heads, and then I like them. I like Stormcast without their heads. It's just the devs' head mask. It doesn't tickle me. Right, so we go with Skaventide. The issue is that I'd have to buy Skaventide. So let's just say, for argument's sake, that I am interested in playing Spearhead, and I do have the money, and I do buy Skaventide, right? Let's just assume all of those things are true. So I get my Skaventide, and then I'd just go through using the reference sheet, I'd go through that direction, I reckon. But then, if I've got that as like a base, playing a few games with those forces, I could see what rules they have that I enjoy, what I like, don't like, yada yada yada, and then that would inform my first real Spearhead choice, which would be picking up a box of those. That's what I'd do. That's how I'd go about it. But the first issue is I don't want to buy Skaventide because there's other stuff I'd rather buy, especially at this time of year. Black Templar Crusaders, eh? Oh! I also noticed, how did you get that cape so white, Jake? Was that you on Discord? If so, what on earth is going on with that cape? How is it so white? What the hell is that? I must know. Tell me the secret of the white cape. But yeah, so... And I'll be honest with you, Malako. Skaventide, Age of Sigmar is kind of coming up on my radar, you know? Like, I feel like now that I would have the Stormcast without their heads, I would enjoy painting them more. And I like Skaven. I was an avid fan of Shadow of the Horned Rat on PlayStation 1. And you were fighting against Skaven in that. I loved it. The dwarves in that were just absolutely brilliant. Really? Many fin coats, eh? Personally, I'm not a big fan of many fin coats. Do you like my new shelves? Check them out. Look at that. They cost me exactly nothing. One cardboard box and a couple of strategically placed tapes and blue tacks. I got myself some shelves. Maybe... Malako, maybe you don't even need to pick up a box new. Maybe you could pick up just the rules and then like someone selling half a box for less. You might even be able to do it that way. I might even go that direction rather than just buying a big box. You know? Although if we're in total fantasy land, Jeff Jeffinson from Warhammer Direct would contact me and be like, "Hey, like what you're doing with the channel. If there's anything you need," and I'll be like, "Oh, yes, Skaventide, and as much terrain as you can physically throw at me, thanks very much." We could do it that way, you know? I just wanted to because before going on the stream, I wanted to have some food, and I was like, I want to do something, and I don't have the time to assemble models, so I thought I'll make some shelves, because I've noticed on the stream, I reach for a colour, and I just don't find it, and I've got to quickly pivot onto something else. I didn't find the paints I was looking for, but at least we've got some shelves now, so that's nice. Can everyone watching do me a favour? Can you slap me a like, please? Can we get me off this, get me into this algorithm's good graces? Because apparently it's also unsubbing people as well. So, algorithm no love me. Let's make algorithm love me, pretty please. If you like what you're watching and you want to see it continue, I will confess a little bit. I did have a little bit of... I was a little bit demoralised before coming on today. I was a little bit like, oh no, the stream blew up once, so it might not ever happen again. And you cut it short. And so, yeah, can you just slap me a like? If I don't ask, I don't get. If you don't feel... You know what? I'll do something fancy. What I'll do is I'll do something fancy. I've just been doing basis, but we got these guys, right? And they are base coated Genestealer purple. They're not base coated. They're base coated black, and then Genestealer purple. And I need them to be cousins to these, right? So similar but not the same. And then they will then in turn become cousins to a Lictor, because what I'm going to do is have a dead Genestealer at the feet of the Lictor, and it's sort of camoing that colour on one of its legs. and camoing a bit of terrain. And then that will blend it into my Tyranid colour scheme. But I need these guys to look a little bit like this, but I need to figure out a way of doing them a little bit cleaner. So, and that needs to be dark blue, that armour, because that's what the old Gene Stealers look. So maybe we can fix this armour and do that armour as well. This one is my absolute favourite, because he's a little bit far gone, but he's got this thing head. But I think I want to paint it a little cleaner, and I think I'm going to mix Gene Stealer purple in with a little bit of other purples. We've got this one, which is darker, which I might utilise in some way, shape or form. But I have an idea. And this is where I'm immediately screwed, because I'm going to try and reach for a pink. Oh, first one I picked up. There it is, pink. Excellent. But yeah, the shelving has evolved. I've added some new shelves, and I've also got the Terminator shelving here. Did you see that from the other day? Another cardboard box. Right, let's move these paints. Unfortunately, there is a shelving issue, because I have these paints down here just lurking, and these. But I also have another box worth, so it's not the organised. I'm not a good guy for organising. It's not my strong. I'm not strong at organising. But I am strong when it comes to talking bollocks. But yeah, I've got a lot of paints, but not a lot of colours, if that makes sense. There's a lot of doubles and triples, because I like buying the beginner paint sets. Coffee. But it's nice. It's nice that I've already got all the paints, because it's made setting up going with these painting streams, it's made setting it up really easy. It's not even a case of setting up, it's just a case of getting everything unpacked and organised. I really like that. But don't get me wrong, it would be nice if this was all donated, but no, I've bought this over the years. I might, I'm going to put pink on that bit as well. I might even add a teeny tiny bit of water as well, actually. Let's just water it down a bit. We only want it to go in the recesses. I love these guys. And again, thanks to the stream, thanks to you guys, because I wouldn't have discovered it. Wouldn't be painting these yet. I'd still be stuck. Still be stuckers. There we go. Just that's going to be really nice to paint under there. The muscles under there. Can you see that? Is it going to focus? If I tap the screen, will it focus on a point? No. Screw you. It will appear at some point, hopefully. Can we get some chit chat going? What would it take to get a light? You want to see some fancy schmancy edge highlighting? What can I do to wow you? I don't think painting pink on this guy is going to necessarily impress any newcomers. Look at that head. It's just so good. There we go. Yeet. You know what? I'm going to get all 5 of these inked, because they can be continued during the stream as well. So let's get them inked, and so we're progressing with those. I mean, this guy isn't bad. It's just the other one is just so much. Although this guy's back is amazing, It's going to be so much fun to paint. I've got to definitely figure out a way of going around it. Yeah, that's not a bad idea actually. Basically, when someone asks, I make a point of getting some models out. Like my display cabinets are right behind me. I've kind of made them into like a little divider in the room, so I can reach and grab stuff just easy enough. I just haven't been doing it until it's been prompted. But I don't know. I don't know if showing stuff off. I did have the Lazy Susan, and I was putting stuff on that. But the Lazy Susan started making some noises. That bitch got grumbling. She was making some noises, and it was once I heard it, I couldn't unhear it. I don't know how to fix her, but maybe having some stuff on display would be better. Yeah, you know, Jake, that's a damn good idea. That is. Yeah, we should probably. I think that maybe I've been a bit too function. I've been a bit too focused on getting paint in, getting progress, and I think I've maybe leaned in a little bit too much into batch painting. But I don't know. I'm making this up as I go. I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't. I know I'm having fun, but as far as like actually figuring this kind of stuff out, I don't know. I have to lean on you guys for ideas on that one. But you know what? I'll just shut my mouth and do exactly what you said. I'm going to grab one out. Let's grab a model out. Something that we can talk about. So we were talking about Nagash. So let's talk ghosties. I'm just going to do that. Give me your thoughts on that. I'm not sure on it myself. Let's turn it a little bit so you can see what it is. There we go. I'll just leave that there. And we've got a talking point. I feel like we've got a little bit of a Nagash theme going on today. I don't know. I don't know its name. It's from the Indomitus box. I'm going to call it a spindly spindle tomb walker thing. I think it's the one that spawns people. It's not the one with the big old gun on. I don't know. I think you can only get it in the Indomitus box, I think. Someone tried to buy it off me, saying something along those lines. But I didn't like him, so I didn't sell it to him. So, it's about the people, you know. That inside leg needs a little bit doing. I guess a Google of the Indomitus box contents will give us a name. But I have no idea. I'm not even sure what it does on the tabletop, to be honest. I know it's the tallest model in the box. Oh, hey. I know exactly what you're talking about here, Dark. You had a bit that you had to glue on the Saturnine. It was a horrible bit of gluing experience. I need to know what it is. I need to watch out for it because I'll be going into it myself soon. It was a gluing Saturnine bit, wasn't it? I bet it was. I bet you it was. Okay, power cut? That quickly fine turned into an exhausting 15-minute lift bed, look and draws. Ah, yeah, I hate that stuff. Yeah, I hate missing stuff, man. Especially when it's like, you know, when you plan to do something and you've got all your stuff set out and then you realize you need one more thing to continue on and then you get stumped having to search for it and it just kills your momentum. I know that feeling and it sucks. It sucks ass. See, this looks crazy pink when it goes on wet, but it soon tones down. 3 to 6 bulbs in the light above me are out and my eyes feel bugged today. Ah, yeah. My old bulb. So I changed my light recently. I've got this this magnifier that doesn't really magnify easily, but it's got an LED on it. And ever since I changed that, rather than having a naked bulb next to my head, my eye aching and my headaches have gone. So yeah, I totally recommend getting the lighting right. It was someone actually who came on stream who said I should upgrade my lightning. Lightning? My lighting. Is it sorted though, Dark? Go Lidl. Lidl sell lamps, believe it or not. Yeah. Even better if you've got a pop-up Lidl outlet near you. Even better for lamps. They sell little cheapo LED lamps for like 5, 7, 10 euros. They sell multiple different types. Lidl lamps, man. Because an LED is an LED. I don't think you really need to worry about it too much. So what I have in my Amazon cart right now is Solvent. Question is that an Amazon with delivery charge or is that on Amazon Prime free delivery? Because that's why I stopped using Amazon. If they're charging you for delivery, screw that. No, thank you, Amazon. Thanks, but no. You can get them elsewhere for cheaper without the postage. Amazon Prime was what sold it. They pushed it hard, but they've been reining that stuff in of late. Free delivery, great. Do you get 5% off for buying 4 of them? Out of interest. That was a thing they did. I bought 4 of a lot of things. I was like, 5%? I'll buy 4. Do you know what I don't have a lot of? Really big ass models. I don't have many big ass ones. I guess I could fix my Norn Emissary, but there's a lot of green stuff and unknown magnet work going on. LED, go LED, man, because 60 watts just don't cut it. LEDs, they cost less to power from what I understand, and they're brighter. And if you're really feeling fancy, you can get one of those adjustable ones that let you change the kind of white and the colour if you want to go really fancy with your lights. Yeah, I get you. Above your head or off to the side, like this is fine. It's like almost like a lampshade. Yeah, true. There we go, done. Now we also have the rest of the Steelers that I base coated, so I'm damn well going to do some work on those. They've been sitting in a box down here. Let's pop you a little bit over there. How much are spearhead boxes, out of interest? Anyone know off the top of their head? A red grass L9. Yeah, but 300 bucks on a lamp, Dark. That's a little bit excessive, don't you think? The lamps I was recommended was the top end model of the three I offered was $9.99. Okay. Yeah, either it's not enough light or it's shining directly on you. But I think something facing away with you that's LED would be a big help for your eyes. I was having some issues with my eyes, even just with these streams. I was like, "Oh, I'm putting in the hours, but it's really hurting my eyes," and it like made it hard to focus. Like they felt tired all the time, and I felt like I needed to look further away at things to like kind of get them to adjust again. But it was the direct light shining on them for long periods. Yeah, I think it's harsh for anyone, let alone someone who's got issues medically. Yeah, get your eyes away from that direct light, man, as soon as possible. I love this head without the eyes on. I think 15 quid is way better than 300 bucks. Frankly, yeah, I think that's a bargain. How long till it arrives? That's not bad at all. These things look so weird now. Just hanging out on the ground. Let's clean up that. There's a little bit of plastic spump right there. Okay, that's a nice amount of progress. So, we got those going on. I might try blending up this flesh, as we have got a little bit of, excuse me, Genestealer on there, and in the pink. I'm thinking I might bring it back up on the purple, and then mix the purple with, hang on a second. We could test this out for the first time. This Phoenician purple, which is a lot darker. Let's see if we could mix between the two of those. Might be onto something. Don't get me wrong. I like my Brood Scum, but they feel a little bit Star Trekky. And I got nothing against Star Trek. I love Star Trek. Big fan of Star Trek. Ugly bags are mostly water and all that jazz. But I feel like maybe we could utilise this purple a little bit. That's what I'm thinking. So, let's get a semi-okay brush. That one's semi-okay. And I think we can do something with this. Let's see if we can't figure something out. I mean, these should be the blue ones, but I'm just going to treat it as it's not hardened yet. It's still in the process of evolving. Maybe this is a bad move, but if we don't try it, then Hey, Stan. Thanks for saying hi, man. Much appreciated. It's been pretty quiet on here of late, but I still think that it's Saturday night. Get spend a little bit more time than 2 hours on here, so I get to make a lot of progress. And I'm not even sure where we're going with this one as of yet. This is the first time using this purple. I don't want too much of that pink. I want that pink to still show through a little bit. I need to leave it patchy. It is flesh. Thanks. Microsol. Okay. Makes the decals look more painted on and removes any chance of seeing the transparent bit. Really? Okay. That sounds like something to get, frankly. Because my worry is transfers just looking like transfers. And that has kind of put me off it a little bit. You know what, actually? Leaving a lot more of the pink underneath is better. I shouldn't paint it on. I should just brush it slightly on. We might be able to get somewhere with this. I hope I don't mess it up. These guys are kind of a specialist unit, to be honest. They're not your run-of-the-mill Steelers. Maybe my run-of-the-mill guys could look more like the Brood Scum. Maybe. I don't know. I don't mind if there's a variety amongst them. I guess they're keeping that one quiet, that little cheeky secret. I think we should just concentrate on getting one of these done. Let's get the Gene Stealer. I want to progress with this. I want to see where we're going with it. I might mix them together a little bit. You know, I'm going to change out for the synthetic and see if I can't get this going right. What's the product, you mysterious bugger? What's the product? Oh yeah, like an electric hand drill. Yeah, it's like a pen drill. Yeah, they're really cool. They are really cool. I didn't realize they were that expensive, but I've seen them around. This is looking too clean at the moment. Yeah, I think that's the name. Something like that. But they're not too expensive, but you'd have to make a point of finding the uses for it. It couldn't just sit on a desk. You'd have to definitely find some uses for it. I was thinking like for anything pinning and magnets orientated, you could use it for drilling that. That's primarily what I'd use it for, and then get crazy on the magnetizing things. And the cutting, you could get a little cutter on it maybe. Does it take saws? You need a Dremel for that. If you're going that much, you'd have to go Dremel, and you're paying more for that, and it's bulkier. I'm thinking for like drilling little holes for magnets, you know? Right, here we go. Let's see if we can get this face right first time. So there's an eye there. I'm going to just try and get it with the pink. Ah, there we go. Purple, sorry. Just go in and get those ridge lines a little bit if I can. Ooh. Almost okay. Leave the tongue? Yeah, I think we should leave the tongue. Have some difference between the two. Well, I've got to try and make them look like cousins to these guys. I've got to kind of make them relations. But also, I didn't want to have them as like shade and shadow like this one, but I need them to have some similarities. I need them to mix together somehow. But also have their own kind of personality, you know? So, I'm just trying to, similar but not the same, you know? Let's see if we can get in and do this side of the face as well. Ooh. Just ever so slightly on the cheek and the teeth. I am going to go in and do the teeth on this guy. I need to get better at doing the heads, but I think these synthetic brushes are absolutely brilliant for the details. Detail bits. That's quite a grin that guy has. You would not want to bump into this guy. That is for sure. And just lumbering towards you and then baps you with a hammer. A big hammer, weapon of choice. Give you a good bludgeoning. A very patchy shoulder, but it's flesh, it's meant to be patchy. What I can do is I can try some freehand on that. I think so. One second, guys. Be back in 1 sec. Be back if I can. My boy woke up. Loves ya. See you later.